The call to computer. Hi guys, it's Paschal here, and thanks for coming on board. We're just on top of the hour. Just a little bit of quick intro. First of all, I am Paschal Nwanaji, and you must have been receiving emails from me, or you see my video on YouTube about starting businesses online and all that. So I do get a lot of questions. So this meeting, of course, is just going to be to answer questions because I get loads and loads of questions. Now, but today is going to be a very special day. You're going to be learning a whole lot of bunch of stuff that I have personally used myself, because when you're looking to start a business online, most people don't really, like me, so you just want something. There's this hunger inside of you that you just want to fulfill, but you just can't figure out what's the next step. What are you supposed to be doing to feel fulfilled in life? And it's very simple. It's not as complicated as it sounds, but it's more like serving humanity, serving your fellow man, being of value to your family. Just exactly what I'm doing here. It's not complicated. It's how can I make somebody else that I come in contact with feel better, have confidence in themselves, and believe more in themselves, and go out and achieve amazing stuff for themselves and their families. So that's a long story short of how I look at it now. So don't look at it as it's a high-tech stuff. It's none of that. You're looking at it just an ordinary guy on the street that's figure out this thing and is giving back now to help. So that's why I want you to get out from this quick intro. Now, a little bit of housekeeping. You can use the chat to send in your questions. I've got some questions down already that just a couple of questions. So I believe that this webinar should not be more than 1 hour or less. I'll try and make it as fast as possible, at the same time not compromising the value of what I want to give to you. But this is online space, and I'm going to be posting this on YouTube so that maybe later you guys can watch it over and over again. Now, first things first, since this is a public stuff, it's best that I cover myself and cover you too. So I'm going to be sharing my screen for you to see a disclaimer of the reason we do what we do. So just take some time and read this disclaimer for yourself, and so that we all know where we stand. Yeah, so right, I'm gonna dive straight into the questions straight away. But for this, if you notice, I just shared my screen with you. Most people will look at starting a business online as you can do everything by yourself. You're gonna need coaching, and things are much more easier than it is today than it used to be back in the days. Like most of our people that started online business in between 2000 and in the millennium age, between 2000 and 2010, they will tell you it's a lot harder then. A lot of things were not as easy as it is today. Like today, I can share my screen with you just like I did. If you have a problem in online business and maybe something in your website that you don't want me to see, or something in your autoresponder, I could literally see. You can join me on a call like this, and I can see your screen, and I can point in the right direction. That'll solve that problem for you, because this is kind of mentorship we get with the training I use. So I just want to put that out there. So don't try to build a business online by yourself. It's going to be a little bit hard and tricky. So I'm going to go in with this question. It's from, I don't even know her name. It's on a WhatsApp message I got yesterday. A lady sent me a message. So I'm not going to read out. It's kind of long, but I'm just going to cut it short. I'll post it in the description so you can grab it. So I'm a bit confused with what products you do sell. That she is confused with products that I sell. That's what I need to know. Just message me back. No phone calls. Thanks. So she doesn't want anybody to talk to her on the phone, which is kind of what I like myself as well. But sometimes you just lean into that and talk to some people. Well, I'm open to anything anyway. So I am already doing an online business with Juice Plus. So I've not literally, maybe I should have done this research myself. I should have done, but I'm just gonna run through what I did with her. So she's saying she's already doing an online business with Juice Plus 80 at the moment. Okay. So how it works is I promote it and sell to customers and bring people around the globe to join. But I also get benefits from doing that also. So what her question basically is simple. She does business with Juice Plus, and she is looking for a way to understand what I do myself. Sorry, phone call. She's looking for a way to understand what I do myself. Chapter 2. So the power of thought. Sometimes there's something called programming. I'm going to explain this because it's not as straightforward as it is. So before I go into the programming and understanding and sharing what I asked her one question. Can you advertise Juice Plus on Google? It was a thought first. She couldn't answer that. And it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just understanding where is the advantages. Who has advantage more than the other person? It doesn't mean that Juice Plus is a bad company. Or I've got somebody as well that have reached out to me through Long Reach. It's another product that they sell online, and they reached out to me to obviously market it to me. I asked them the same question: can you advertise Long Reach on Google? The response came back negative. Now you don't need to. I don't expect them to know that. I expected them to know that, but that question simply tells me where the person is. It doesn't. The answer really doesn't matter. It just tells me who am I speaking to. Am I speaking to somebody that really understands what they are doing? Because it takes a while for you to get into that level of understanding and of numbers, and really gets to see things from a very, very like 30,000 feet. 30,000 feet. So let's dive in a little bit and see what we can do. Let me do that search for you guys so that you will see why I'm asking those questions. But I'm not, my intention here is not to tell you, I'm going to give you like a roadmap to this if you're in business or this sort of business. Because what you're doing basically is affiliate marketing. It's the same thing I do. But if you don't know a few things, you will see yourself struggling to market the product. If you're putting in so much work, but you're not getting enough return on your investment, so that drains your energy very early on in the business. So that's why I'm not saying people don't succeed with Long Reach or Juice Plus. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm telling you, I'm going to give you a little bit of insight so that you can understand, so that you know exactly where you stand when you're going into those companies. Because I believe that those business models, there's some people who can do it. And yes, Royce. Okay. My son is saying I should be quick. We're supposed to be going somewhere. All right. I love this boy. Right. So let me just do a little bit of search to show you guys what I mean by that. So I'll share my screen so that you will see exactly where I'm coming from. So I'll share my screen again so that you will see. Okay. So let's look at Juice. Can you fix the amount in figures? If in terms of achievement, can you specify it definitely? I'm not sure if this is the product. Okay, Juice Plus is good. Okay, I think we've got it. I'll just go into Juice Plus UK and look at it. Now, this is great. What I'm seeing here now, okay, is okay. I can see this now. It's a good product. It's a very good product. Now, but what I'm looking for is the product is good. Does means that the people have done a good work. The company has done a good job for you. But what I'm literally looking for is this thing here called AD. So I can only see one here at the moment, right? So it means that people can buy. So if somebody goes to Google and type Juice Plus, now there are a few things that we have to understand here. You look at yourself, for example, because you look at the way you behave, because it's human behavior that we are all trying to buy and understand here. If you want to buy juice, what do? You go online? Yes. Do you go to the shop? Yes. So it's great. So there's potential in it online, I can tell you. But this, remember, this is like one specific, you got to learn the targeting and all that, which is great. Now, the next thing I'm looking for here is, if you still look at this ad here now, this means AD simply means adverts. So it's driving traffic straight to Amazon. So, okay, but this one here, it's organic. So there are two ways to sell things online. One is through organic and one is through paid advertising. As you can see, the paid advertising is just for Google to get you on the #1 page so that you can rank. So if I click here, and it's going to take me straight to Amazon, and obviously I'll buy Juice Plus. Didn't take me to Amazon, it's selling me something else. Okay, maybe they've got other products as well, chocolate, Juice Plus, and all that. So this is what I want you to understand. When we moved from here, this person paid to be on here. I'm not sure how much they paid. They advertised. They paid Google to be on this page, all right? And we go through their link, and we end up in Amazon. So right here now, I'm not sure this is organic. So it will probably drive them straight to this page. I believe that they have set up this correctly. So if they have set up this correctly, you will notice that this is the amount they are selling this. I've got other varieties and of Juice Plus and all that, and I keep scrolling down. I'm now seeing other products that are not Juice Plus. So there's a lot of distractions. So there's going to be high. I'm just highlighting this. There's going to be high. They might get a lot of clicks, but their sales is going to be like low because there's a lot of distractions. That I have a lot of choices to make once I arrive, because it's not, if they were properly trained, or if they invested in what they're supposed to invest in their training, they should drive this traffic straight to their website. In other words, let me show you another example of what I mean. Let's say I go to online business. Start a business online. Or start a business at home. It doesn't really matter. So, see, what I'm saying here is, now this one is Shopify. The same thing. This person is driving traffic straight to Shopify. But this is slightly different. But this is what I'm looking for here. If you're not in online business, you may not use. So if I click on that link now, I'm on this guy's page straight away. So there's not a lot of distractions, right? There's not a lot of distractions on for me here. There's not a lot of distractions. If I'm read here and I see what I'm here, I can obviously pop my name in here, and they've got my email. So this type of marketing is much more effective than the previous one. This one, you have a lot of choices. Remember, you're paying Google to get on the front page. And this is one thing that you don't understand. So if you understand the numbers here of the how much you make from each sale, let's say you pay Google £4. I don't know how much they buy these products. And if you don't understand all the numbers that leverage these products, you will be spending more than you're making. That doesn't mean that everything is going to be perfect when you start any whether online business or this one. But what I'm saying is very simple. Let's say I spend five. Let me just pull up my notepad and let me just click here. I hope you guys okay. You're not seeing my page. I'll just stop share and share the other screen I'm using as well. Okay. So let's say, for instance, let me use the other screen. Let's say, for instance, I spend. Let me do it so I can move around the screens, so you guys don't get lost. Okay. Yeah, I can move around the screen. So I've done what I want to do. So what I want you to understand now is where is that? So let's say you spend $5. No, $5 to get a click on Google, and they get to Amazon. You spend, and the product is 40 quid. That you're selling it. Obviously, you must have. If you're doing sponsored again on Amazon, you must have paid Amazon less something like $2 to sell this product that is 40 quid. And you must have again paid for the product. Let's say the cost of use sourcing the product and all that will be, let's say, I don't know, return on investment. Let's give you maybe 20%, 50%. So you're looking at marking up 50% return on your investment. So that's like $20. So this is your expenses before you sell this product. Let's say, for instance, so if you do the maths now, 40 minus 20 is 20, and 20 minus 7 is 13, right? So you make 13 quid. That's your profit for the benefit of that. So now you're looking to replace your income or you replace your salary. If your salary is let's say 1,300, so you need to be selling 100 of this every day in order to do that. Now, is it impossible? I'm not saying it's impossible, but what happens to the customer after here? What happens to this is a one-time. Stewart explained this more in details in the webinar that I sent you guys. If you register for that webinar, you will really understand it. If this is how much you need to spend, like sell 100 to get to, let's say your salary you're targeting is 1,300. I'm not sure if that's necessary. I'm just putting up numbers here. So that's how much you need to how many you need to sell in order to make that happen. Now, there's a far much more. Now, her question was, what am I doing? So it's similar structure, but it's far much more effective in what I do. I'm not telling you to follow me, but I'm telling you I have experience, so that if you can learn from me, it will help you to avoid some certain mistakes that many people make when they get into business online. Now, in this product that you sold, now you sold it to 100 people, right? 100 people to make this 1,300 in a month. That's 100 people. I'm just giving you guys something to think about seriously right here. We sold it to 100 people, right? Now, what happens to these 100 people after you sell to them and in this product? What happens to them? When they visit your Amazon, they're gone. You don't see them again. So every month, you're looking for 100 new people. Every month, you're looking for 100 new people. Every month, you're looking for 100 new people. You got to understand that. Is it impossible to find 100 people online? It's not. But it's much more harder to find people in this sort of building this sort of thing. Somebody just came online. I'm just going to change it. It's much more harder doing business that way. I'm not saying you should leave the company or anything, just restructure your strategy. That's what I'm saying to you. Change your strategy. I'm going to show you exactly how this is powerful and how you can leverage what I'm doing. So let's go back to the same product. What I do is online, I call it online education. That's what I'm into. People learn how to do business online, teach people how to do business online. I mean, it's not complicated. Let's start again like we started before. People normally, they go to Google, how to start an affiliate marketing business. For instance, how to. You got to pay attention to this, what I'm sharing with you here, because this will save you thousands and thousands of pounds and dollars and time in general. Let me pick one here. I'm not really fuzzy about it. As you can see already, when we did the search for Juice Plus or Longreach, I didn't do Longreach, but I saw one product. Let's say, let me go to do Longreach so that you guys understand. I'm not saying that Longreach is a bad product. Don't get me wrong. I'm just telling you who has more advantage than the other person. We got another Longreach product. Is a physical product. So now it's only one ad. What is that telling you? Then the rest here is organic, LinkedIn. People are promoting it on their social media. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a strategy, but that's what I'm saying to you. You got to understand the strategy. So, but this person is paying Google to be here so that they can drive them to Amazon. The same process, they have the same challenges the Juice Plus person is having here. But look at what this guy is doing here. This guy is doing affiliate marketing business. I don't know what it's affiliate marketing, but I think it is. So let's say how to start a business online. Now look at the variety of options. I understand there's overwhelmed, there's a lot of information, but I want you to understand why many people are doing this, how powerful it is. Let's say we go into, I've clicked on one again. I don't want to cost these guys a couple of quid. I just feel it for them because I know they're spending. Obviously, there's Royce, please. I don't mind, please. Thank you. Yeah, so I don't want to cost them money because I do what they do. And I know they are spending their hard-earned dollars to get in front of Google. So I'm just going to go with this one here. So for instance, this guy now, what if he wants? It's my email. So I pop in my name and email. What is he really doing? You don't understand. This is exactly what I do. So I'm just going to use this example. You pop your name and email. Most of you that are receiving emails from me, why is it that people are sourcing for people's emails? You got to understand that there's a lot more behind it than just. So I give him my name and email address. He sends me a couple of videos I watch. Now, are there people starting businesses online? Absolutely. What would they need? That's what you'll be asking. They need education. Because if you look at yourself, your marketing, look at your finances, and look at what you're doing in whatever you're doing. Is it where you want it to be? There's a skill that you probably are lacking. It's marketing. So with this training, if you get an education that guides you, you will understand what it is to market products online. So what I'm doing is I'm going to share with you guys how powerful online education is. First of all, I'm going to share my screen again so that you guys will know where we are. Yeah. So I will. Okay, sorry. So, how much is online education worth? I did that search yesterday after
This is the same identical force and the same mechanics that Hitler used in building up the German people to attack the world. A reading of Mein Kampf
So we're just
clarified that.
just online degree, online education. So as you can see, there are more and more adverts coming up to it. That's telling you there's more. Am I sure did I get the right question? Probably. How much is online education worth globally?
Suggestion was a terrible weapon in the hands of anyone who knew how to use it. Let's see how he worked it to make the Germans believe what he wanted them to. And once that's
so right, there you go. So look at it here. It's worth 319. It will worth 319 billion by 2025. That tells you there's money here. So how are these people milking this money? What are they doing to make the money? That's what we're gonna go into now, because this will wake you guys up. Remember this guy? Don't forget this. The guy that I shared with you earlier, Long Reach and Juice Plus. I'm doing physical products. There's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but I need you to understand this in more detail than just. So they've got 100 people. They sell them. They need to find 100 people every day, every month to make 1,300 because this is their profit. Now, but people that do digital education, what are they really making money out of? What is the common denomination of everybody that is looking to start businesses online? Whether they are going to start Long Reach, whether they're going to sell on Amazon, whether they're going to do Shopify, whether they're going to do affiliate marketing business. This is a question that you got to understand, because if you miss this part, you've missed everything. What is the common thing that all of them need? It's website. I'll tell you, it's website. So why? Because everybody, you need a brand. At some point, you got to brand yourself. And you will need what? A website, so that people can find you. And obviously, whether you're going into yoga, I don't care what you're trying to sell online, you will need a website. So website has hosting. There are different platforms that host online. They tell you it range from, it pays monthly. It pays monthly. So when you go to website hosting, there's different ones, 45 quid, 10 quid, 20 quid, 50 quid, 100 quid. There's all different capacity. You're probably looking at this, what am I going to be doing? Now, what your responsibility is, so what I want you to get it, understand this. People are going to still build websites. We're in the digital age, you can't run away from it. If you don't do it, somebody will do it and make more money than you and hire you to work for them. So you got to understand where you want to belong. There's nothing wrong with working with somebody, but it took me 6 months, in fact, a year, to really understand what I'm sharing with you guys. You remember this guy that, remember this guy was selling on Amazon or Long Reach or whatever product they're selling. Every month they get 100 people and they sell them something 40 quid. And they make profit of, let's say, 13 quid, even if it's 20 quid, but every month they are finding 100 new people. Now, how about somebody, if you find a business model where you can learn how to tell people, show them education that can help them to build a business online? I don't know what they want to do. That's your job. This is I'm telling you what I do. That is not, I don't have any rocket science, didn't get any of this school education, but this is what I'm doing. I tell 100 people, I find 100, I have a target, I have 100 people. Every time these people, the company deals with them, remember, we're doing the same thing like the Long Reach and just Juice Plus. It's the same principle. There's no different. You go to the Juice Plus, you order juice, you sell it, you make profit, keep it, you order more. It's affiliate marketing. That's what it is, however you want to label it. Then I find 100 people. They want to start businesses online. Somebody could be looking to start a yoga business. Somebody could be looking to launch their business in guitar. Somebody could be looking to, a teacher could be looking for ways to do online courses to help children pass their GCSE. Somebody could be a nurse that is looking for retirement. Her pension can't take care of her. She wants to start an additional business on Amazon on how to sell products on Amazon. There are numerous ways people have. I'm telling you, the market is huge. Why is 300 and something billion? Now, every month I find these people. They will need training. They will need coaching because you're gonna learn it. They can't escape it. If you want to know what I'm saying is true, find out yourself. Use yourself for example. Why haven't you started an online business? There's all the information is on Google. It's free. Why haven't you started? People are making money online. Why haven't you started? It's education. You got to get that clear. You need the education to do that. Unless you're 16, you can fiddle around the whole internet for another 10 years before you figure out this simple steps, because it's not literally complicated. It's because so many people are telling you things online. Somebody's telling you this is how to build a WordPress website. Somebody else is telling you this is how to do Shopify. Everything is going into your brain. It just brings you overwhelmed. But you find a training that you believe in. I'm not going to use that word that you believe in. Then you start telling people this company can help you. Just the same way that you tell them long reach will help you make your skin good or make your face look good. This one is telling them online business can help you create more income in your life. It's just the same business model. It's not complicated, but here's the power of what I'm sharing. All I need is 100 people. If I'm getting a commission of, let's say, $20 a month from these 100 people, is how much? 2,000. Now, a simple question you have to understand is, do I need to find these 100 people every month? No. They've already built, their business is they have to be paying for their website. All my responsibility is just to get them there. Just the same way your responsibility is to get people to see your Juice Plus or Long Reach products, but I'm not finding them every month. I've already got 100 that is building passive income for me. Stuart explained this in module 1, literally at the beginning. Passive. So you find 10 people, it's $200 passive income. Before you wake up on July 1st, you're guaranteed these people will pay for their business their websites to be hosted, because their website is making them money. So they can't afford not to pay for the website. Whereas if they are making thousands and thousands online, and their website, to host their website is like $100 or $200, they'll pay for it because they're going to make the profit anyway. So the power of recurring income is something that you need to understand how to build. This is where you start building wealth. It's powerful. So I understand that with the other programs and Long Reach and all that, you could refer people, and that's where, as long as those people keep paying as well, you get recurring commission. It's all similar structure. But there's another caveat. I don't need to speak to people. I do everything online. I don't need to go and convince my family members and all. I don't need to get them on the phone. You would be literally going online to do the work. So there's a little bit of, I'm not saying, you got to understand where is the advantage. And I asked a question earlier, why can't they advertise it on Google? Return on investment. Why are they struggling to advertise? Because you can see that many people advertise on Google when it comes to education. Because let's say out of these 100 people that you refer, there are people that understand business investment in business. The people that know how to leverage the power of the internet. They understand business. So those ones are a little bit more, they'll pay for private coaching, private sessions. They invest thousands and thousands of dollars in themselves because they understand the power of self-help, personal development. If you're not in that industry, it's one of the biggest industries in the world when it comes to people, where people spend money. So you got to understand where the money follow. Grant Cardone will say, follow the money, follow the money. So this is what I want to share with you now, so that you can literally understand where and understand your numbers as well. So I'm not saying that all these other companies are not good; they are great. I've got people who are doing it, but when you are in Europe like me, you don't have a lot of time. You know how the community is. We are here seeing Black Lives Matter demonstration everywhere. If you're expected to go and knock on people's doors and all that, you don't know who you're going to knock on their door. You're constantly facing rejection. So you gotta understand, what do you really want out of your life and what don't you like. Because I am a very shy person. I'm not that extrovert, or I'm a bit of both, introvert. But I try to know where my boundaries are, so that I try to expand and grow myself as I build my online business. So for me, once I do simple things online, whether people reject or close on all that, I'm not seeing that. I'm going next after this webinar. I'm going to the park to fly the drone with my son, because the drone is literally here. So it's but I'm still selling products online, because I have the power to advertise on Google in the United States, everywhere. Because this is another key principle that you guys have to understand. Before I wrap this up, let's say when it comes to building business online, there are two strategies. Don't complicate these things for yourself. There are two strategies. I'm going to teach you this right now. All right, you can see my whiteboard, guys, right? Yeah, I believe so. So there are two strategies of building business online. One is free. I'm not a good writer. And one is paid. I'm going to explain that. All right. So this is where you're going to be. Let's say you've built your website, you've done all that and all these things that you're doing. You got to understand, when you build a website, let's say this is your website, right? Writing a letter or making a telephone call, whatever the I'm not supposed to write this. Come on. This is your website. So this is where the sale happens, right? This is where the sale happens. Now, this is your audience here. You got to learn this. You got to learn this basic principle, because this is going to save you another ton of. This will help you understand where you are, basically. Now, when you start building, this is where all this audience are going to pay money to buy your products, whether it's Juice Plus or online business or whatever. You got to understand this strategy. It's the same thing. It's not complicated. This audience here on Google, what I mean, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all that's where the audience are hanging out. That's where people are hanging out online. YouTube, name all of them. Now, how do you get these people on your website? I'm gonna meet somebody else. Just 1 second. Jerry, I'm gonna meet somebody else, people. Yeah. So how do you get these people to your website? Understand this, your website, when you first build your website, it's like it's in a desert. You gotta get it's desert. I'm just gonna write D there so that at least you guys can hear the audio. Chapter 6. The desert. Now, these people here don't know about your website. So you can either start building it by free strategy, that means by writing blogs every day, which probably what most people are doing with the other products that they sell, other business models that can't advertise on Google. So they rely on free strategy. Now, this is one of the best and powerful ways to build business is free strategy. Your return on investment is like 100%. You're not spending money to make it happen. But the truth is, it takes longer. Minimum 2 years for you to begin to see traction. And this is constant, persistent, aggressive action on a daily basis. I'm telling you from experience. Now, so this your audience now to buy your product online, they will need to tell somebody needs to tell them that there's maybe, let's say they want to drink water, that's what we're selling, and they are here in the day out in the desert, they don't have water, they're hanging out in Google doing a search in Google. So you're waiting to rank up on Google or Facebook for them to click on your website. So that's free strategy. But if you go and pay Google some money, that's paid marketing now. You pay Google, hey, take this amount of money and send these testy people to my website. I sell water here. I sell Juice Plus here. I sell this thing here. I sell long reach products that make people's skin care good. I sell yoga socks. I sell things that online education. I sell anything. It doesn't matter what. If you go and tell Google, Google will find audience that are hungry for whatever you're selling, water, and send them with that advert. It just comes to your website straight away, and they are hungry to buy your product. They buy it. But what I'm saying is, when this power, so this gets you results faster, because you see a lot of people, they quit in business, they quit in online business. It's because of this. They've got their website ready, they've got everything ready. Now it's time to get the audience there. People that will pay for those products, they will need to spend a little bit more on advertising to get these people here. They quit because they don't believe, whatever reason. I don't know what their reason is. But that's the last step. You can't quit, guys. You can't quit. You can't. I don't expect, but you will quitting because of the business model or the training that you're in is not supporting you to do paid marketing. So you now have only one option: free strategy. It's going to take you longer. You're writing blogs every day to rank on Google, or you're posting on Instagram every day so that people get to your website. You're spamming people on WhatsApp message everywhere. You're just relying on posting link everywhere just to get people on your website, on your front of it. So at some point you're gonna know that that's gonna be tiring. You can't build a bit. You can start that way, but it's not sustainable. So you need something that can support both. So exactly what I do, I'll tell you guys, I do free strategy and I do paid marketing, because with the education that I use, they made me understand if I spend this advertising dollars, I will get this return on investment. So that's where you want to see yourself, where it gives you the advantage. Who has advantage? I'm not saying that people that do free don't make money, but you got to get clear and specific with the time frame that you're allocating to achieve your financial goals in your life. Not when you're spending, you don't have enough time, you're coming back home tired, not energized, you don't feel fulfilled in what you're doing. When you do that, when you're in that situation, building free strategy, it's going to be a little harder. Unless you don't have kids, you don't have anything to worry about, you don't have mortgage, maybe you're still living in your parents' house, then you can go down that route. But if you're going down, if you're like me, got kids, stress, this one is already waiting for me to go and fly drone with him. You got to give them attention. They're your family. You can't neglect them. So for me now, I'm relying a little bit more on paid, because every time I spend dollars, I get some back. So it's more of you invest money to make money. So, but you got to learn. There's some trainings to guide you to do all these things. Right. So this is what I want to share with you. I hope this begins to spark your imagination to begin to see what you're supposed to be doing and what you're not supposed to be doing. Look out for this when you're seeing people online telling you, promising you heaven and earth. Just begin to ask yourself some basic questions. Can I advertise this on Google? Can I sell this product on Google? What will be my return on investment? When you ask these questions, if that person comes back to you with sound numbers, then they know what they're talking about. Then I will encourage you to go ahead and follow them. So if they can't give you that answer, then chances are you're pretty much going to be confined to building something free strategy. And if it's something, let's say for instance, it's only juice. and you don't like the idea of selling people juice because it causes obesity and all that, then you're stuck with it. But when you're in something, Royce, you're not supposed to be screaming. You promised you're not screaming. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. So if you're doing paid, if you're in, the reason I like the education I use is they allow you to do something that you love. It's more like education based. So you could build a course and sell it for thousands. That's why you see some trainings, they cost thousands online. Because if they spend $100 in getting people, they know that they're going to convert 2 or 3 people that will pay those thousands of dollars. So that's what you really need to understand. So there's always more returns in education than physical products. But I'm not saying physical products is a dead bet, but it's far much better to do it inside Amazon and support yourself with your own website and all that. There's a lot more strategy to it. You gotta get involved with people that are doing it successfully. You gotta stay close to them and see what they are doing, because I'm doing the same thing. I'm growing an Amazon business as I speak to you guys. But their strategy is not what you guys see outside. That is just the end of it. So I just want to help you. I don't know if there's any questions. I said you can post there's no questions in the chat. So we've got about 15 minutes. I discovered a lot of questions. I thought I should explain this in much more detail. Then there's one more question I would like to get through. If you want to jump out now and ask question, I can see Faith, Oliver, Helen, Isaac, Jaren, Pascal. It's Pascal E. Is that my name? Tina John. Who's Tina John? Tiny John. Is it? And Roy James, Adenike as well. If you guys want to come out and ask questions, feel free to ask me now, because I'm literally going to wrap this up. As you can see, there's a young man here waiting for us to go out. Yeah. Before I dive into this, yeah, go on.
I'm John T. from Uganda.
Okay, good. Yeah, I think we've spoken.
Yeah. Now, okay, my
same holds true if you're trying to.
My network kind of broke when you were giving us the 2 strategies, and I didn't get it clear.
You did not understand it.
Can you hear me?
It's breaking up a little bit.
Okay, my net kind of broke when you were talking about the 2 strategies. I didn't get the 2 strategies right.
The one is paid and one is free. So if you can advertise on Google, that means your backend product can support you to offset any cost that you incur in your business. But when you're doing free strategy, you're relying more. It's a good way. I do both. There's nothing wrong with either one. But free strategy takes longer, but you got to get clear on your goals and what you're looking for. So if you're building free strategy, that's great. But you got to meet yourself where you are and your expectations. You can't get in and expect to get a win within the next 6 months. I have not seen. You got to take some time to get into Google, and you're going to learn. If you need education to guide you, and you got to take persistent action. So that's free strategy. You're not spending a lot of money upfront to get people on. After you built your website and maybe you're selling books or you're selling juice or you're selling education, it's the same thing. You're relying on free strategy. You don't want to pay for people to come to your website. So you got to build audience. Maybe you start writing blogs on your website or linking back to your website so that people can go to your website and get through your funnel and purchase whatever you're selling to them. But free and paid advertising is you build the website, then you now say, okay, your website is like in a place in like a desert that people want to drink water. Let's say you want to drink. Then you tell Google, go on Google or Facebook and say, find people who are searching Google, doing a search, water, spring water to drink. Then when those people type those spring water to drink, your website pops up on page 1 on Google. So that you pay Google to do that. So you need, that's what I'm saying. You find products that will support you to do both, especially when you're over 30. I wouldn't recommend going free strategy. There's nothing wrong with free strategy anyway. I'm not going to put anything against it, but I'm talking from my own experience. I nearly gave up. In fact, I would have given up if not for the paid strategy that was combined with what I was doing. Because I was writing blog, I came back in the evening, I bought some softwares, I was writing blogs every day. I wasn't seeing the results. In fact, it was when I started doing paid marketing that some of my blogs that I wrote in 2017 started paying me in 2018. So you're doing the work, but you're not seeing you're not seeing the return immediately. So you feel a little bit disheartened that it's not working, but it's working. So you got to be persistent, keep going, keep going. So very few people can endure that sort of long-term waiting period. That's what I want you to understand. Know exactly where you stand and follow the training. Get people to train it. Don't try to do it by yourself. That's my opinion. Is that clear? I hope so too. Yeah, so we got 10 minutes to wrap this baby up. Let me go to I've got one more question. I would like to talk to you. Please, can you chat with me? What's up, please? This is in Germany. I'm not chatting for now. So this is for Leonard. How can I start an online business yet I have never done one? This is going to come from, you got to understand a few things. Let me see if I can show you a slide that can help you. So this is where we are. Let me share my screen again. You want to start an online business, but you've not done it before. So probably you're going to need a few things. It's called, so let's say this is you. This is you, and your goal here is to start your online business. This is to make you 5,000 a month or whatever. Let's say that's going to replace your income. Let's say that's your 5K. Whatever, you can put any figure here. You have to understand, if you don't know what to start, see, the problem is not get out of your own way. The problem is not there's no education to help you. There's no trend. People are not making no money online. Products, there's no product to sell. All that is not the problem. You got to get that clear. There's something about us as a human in our behavior that stops us. You got to understand the process of creation. You visualize it first. You see it in your mind first. In the Bible, where there's no vision, my people will perish. You got to burn it into your desire that you really want to change your life. Desire is the starting point for all achievements. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. I can't give it to you. It comes from disgust. It comes from, I've had it. Enough is enough. So I'll give you my own example. This boy, Royce, come. When Royce was 2 years old, 2.5, he's 6 now. This is my son. I was about to leave go on, watch what you're doing. I was about to leave the door for to go to work in the morning, and he came out that morning and he opened his arms and said, Dad, he could barely talk. He can't talk. He said, Dada. I wanted to lift him, but it was 5:30 in the morning. So I can't stay with him because I need to go to work. So I closed the door, and it was as if something said, you're not spending time with your son now. You're not going to be spending time with him. He is not going to be spending time with me when I get old, because he will be telling me, Daddy, I need to go to work. Daddy, I need to go to work. So that began to disturb me mentally. So I said, am I leaving my son behind? Then I saw on the news that kids get stabbed on London streets. I don't know where you guys are checking in from. Maybe if it's the United States is shooting. You see this on the news. I'm like, if I don't pay, if I'm saying I'm working and I don't have time to look at this video, to go online, to do research, to educate myself, I'm literally neglecting my family. So that's where my desire came from. I said to myself, when I came back from work that day, I went to work and I explained to one guy next to me what I was experiencing. That I'm not fulfilled here. I'm not spending time with my children. I dread waking up in the morning. So it was already in me. It was just waiting to explode. So the guy just shared with me something on to Les Brown. It's not over until I win. As soon as I heard that, all my vision, all the things, the desire I had when I was coming to Europe, I'm gonna do this, came back to me because I was literally dying slowly. I was developed high blood pressure. See, I don't know about you, but you got to understand, I can't give you desire. It has to come from within you. You have to come to the point in your life. Sometimes people wake up when somebody dies in their house, somebody falls ill, when they get divorced. So many reasons. That's what wakes people up. Then these your excuses will disappear because it's not I've not done this before. You gotta learn it. So at that point, I said I'm gonna do something about this. So when it came to paying the money, before I used to say I don't have money, and I said, you know what? This is I'm fighting for the future of my family and my children. The money became nothing. So I detached myself, emotional connection I had with money. You got to understand the emotional connection you have with money, emotional connection you have with whatever you're doing is what's causing you not to take that action. So this is a mental game. You got to play it on yourself. So I can't help you if you don't have desire, because if you don't have desire, I've sent you the videos, you've not watched it because there's no desire. I'm not going to be chasing you up and down. But the training, this same training I'm sharing with you guys, somebody else have seen it and built a business out of it. What's the difference between you and that person? You're worshiping the same God, you go to the same church every Sunday. What's the difference? Somebody really wants it and somebody just coming up with excuses. So you got to know where you stand. This is not I just want to tell you, this is my experience. What I do now is I study human behavior, behavioral scientist. What makes people change? What makes people what holds people back? What's the difference between this guy is succeeding and this guy is failing? If you see two children born from the same home, one is successful, one is poor. What's the problem? What's the difference? It's the same father, the same mother. There's a disconnect somewhere. So that's why I'm looking at. I'm studying this to help my children because I want all of them to be successful. So I can't be coming up with excuses. Every day I tell them, do your homework, whereas I haven't done anything to improve my life. So I'm lying to him. I tell him to do something which I don't do. Children don't follow what you tell them. They follow what you do. So he told me yesterday morning that I want to be like you. I asked myself, do I really want that? I said, yes. Yes, because I was proud of myself in that moment but if it was 2 years ago, do I want my son to wake up and tell me, Daddy, I want to be like you, and he wants to be a delivery driver because that was what I was? No, I don't want that for him. So you have to really see things from just beyond you. This is not about you. There's so many people your life is affecting. If you don't develop your life, you're gonna see yourself trapped for a very long time in your current career. Um, I'm just telling you the way I feel. I hope this is not coming across negative, but you gotta want it. You have to want it. That's what I would say to you. I think he has another question as well. Royce, we're wrapping up in a few seconds. He's going down the door up and down. Yeah. I have a small business. Okay, this is good. Oh, you've got a small business. 1 second. Okay, come. I have a small business that I do that is cleaning business that involves cutting compound grasses, flower trimming, offline business, training young entrepreneurs. I have just started this business, but progress is becoming a challenge. A challenge now. Please, how can I go into small business of mine? Okay, great. This is a very good question. If you have something like a cleaning business, you got to understand scaling. That's what I was talking to you about earlier. If you have a website, now are there people in cleaning in multiple countries? How are they doing? That's your vision. How can I create a multinational company that's cleaning offices all around the world? Now you've got one. You got to understand its fear at the end of the day is going to come down to fear. That same fear you had before you started is always going to be presenting itself as you keep growing. Just like me, I started, most people now, it's $100 to start. This same $100 you're struggling to pay to start is the same way it is for me to spend 1,000 today. It's the same way it's for me to spend 1,000 to 5,000 tomorrow in campaign, in advertising. It's all money. It's when you understand, you try to detach yourself and understand that your cleaning business is not only making people's home cleaner, it's making them healthier. They are much more happier in their homes as you cut their grass. There's no pest. This is what your goal is. How can I make the world a better place? Then build your business from that place of making the world a better place. Grow and scale. People will be, anybody you go to their house, Royce, less noise, please. Anybody you go to their house and cut their grass, you cut it with every inch of, yeah. Okay, good. Anybody you go to their house to cut their grass, you cut it as if you're cutting your own home. If you're cleaning their offices, you clean it as if you're cleaning your own home. Then you embody this. All the people you're recruiting, you translate that energy into them. Like attracts like. If you're going into it for the money, all the people you'll be hiring people that just want to get paid. They just do the job carelessly. So you want that energy of help, cultivating that into the business. That's what your goal is. Not literally about how much. The money will always follow when you get this part right. So you think of how to scale. You can always scale it with online business. When you learn how to advertise and all that, you could be here and advertising people in Gloucestershire and United States, set up these businesses everywhere. You recruit people because you have a DNA, like your core values in your business, that you mean cleaning. That cleanliness is next to godliness. That's when you become clean yourself. Take yourself, for example, if your house that you live in now is not as clean as you want your customers to be, you got to first start cleaning your house. That's the way it starts. You're not trying to just make money. You embody it. It's a lifestyle. Steward Tututi is a lifestyle business. All right, guys. Thanks for the question. I hope you guys found this very informative. Just keep in touch. If you want to use the same training that I used, go back to my email and you will see some of the things that I have been sharing with you. You can get started that way. If you're in Long Ridge, make sure you speak to some people that are at the top level in the company to help you understand a little bit more of what you're doing, your numbers, so that you know where you really stand and what you should be doing. Model them. If you're in Juice Plus, do the same thing. Whatever industry you're in, network marketing, follow those people that are at the top. They know more than you know. Don't just sit at the bottom and try to figure out this whole thing yourself. Get close to them. Surround yourself with people who know what they're doing. That's what I recommend to you. Apart from that, Tunde, you just jumped out. I can give you 2 minutes if you want to ask any question. You can pop out and ask the question. Apart from that, guys, I'll wrap this baby up in 2 seconds. You all right? Asking anything? No? All right, guys, thank you. I'll send you guys the recording and you guys can watch that later. Apart from that, let's go and fly some drone. Let's go. It's time to go now. Let's go. Yeah, we'll come back in an hour. All right. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Thanks for showing up.